It was a sight Kelowna has been waiting more than 5 months to see. Former Fire Chief Gerry Zimmermann out of hospital. He's back at home now and beginning a long recovery from a severe bout of pancreatitis that left him in a coma.
I got home yesterday about noon and had the best meal I've ever had when I got here. And the food finally tasted good. When I was in the hospital, everything tasted the same to me.
Were there times in the hospital that you didn't think this day would come?
Yes, there was. There was, right at the beginning, I had so many tubes and things coming out of me that I didn't think I was going to make it. Well, I went in on April 29th, and by the way, I was going in the door of emergency when my daughter-in-law was going in the other door to have my granddaughter. So she was born the same day. As far as the sickness goes, I had a stone block a pancreatic duct, and I guess poison built up behind the stone. When they removed the stone, all the fluids, I guess, poisoned my body. And at one point after that, I was in ICU, of course, and at one point after that, I had about 18 liters of fluid in my body. I was swollen up like the Michelin Man. And they had to cut me open from there down to there. And I was left that way they had to pump it out in that manner. But the fluid was choking off my heart. My kidneys had shut down. And it was affecting, I think, my liver too. I have a lot of people to thank too. This community was right behind me. We've got hundreds of cards, calls, letters. People would just stop me in the hospital or see me in the hospital, and people I didn't even know that said they were praying for me. Pastor Tim has just been unbelievable. Yes. He's sort of been the point man, and we really appreciate it. Every time something happens in my life that's major, he seems to be standing right behind the door. So, and the hospital staff, like Sandy said, and also my family. But I really want to thank all of you in the media for respecting my family's privacy. That meant a lot to me, and you're as good to me now as you've ever been. They were good, they were fantastic. It was a fantastic community back in 2003. They backed me then, and their support now has been just unbelievable and invaluable to me. There was a lot of down days when I was in the hospital, and knowing that people were trying to keep my spirits up, and when they would come in, everybody was so positive, and the cards we got were the same, and calls, and that really, really helped. But Sandy here, she went through hell with this thing, not knowing whether I was going to live or die for the first 2 months.
We all did.
And the rest of my family too. They've been unbelievable. My firefighters covered for my son, who's a firefighter. They covered his shifts for 2 months so he could be with us.
Somehow or other, I think God just takes over in the first 2 months when he was in critical care. You're just looked after, and you just go through each day, and you are positive. And I never ever doubted for a moment that he wasn't going to be all right, ever. In my wildest dreams ever. I just can't thank this community enough. Like I said, I think before, I am so proud to live here. I am so proud of our community, and it was overwhelming. Like Gerry, the last 2 days has been reading all the cards, and it's just very emotional. It's so wonderful.